his goal scoring. Obviously, we're not even halfway through the year, and he's already had his best goal scoring year. So just his shot, is willing to shoot the puck. So, and then on top of that, obviously, he's now the captain, and when he came in, he was a rookie, and now he's the leader of the franchise. So definitely come a long way, and we're all really proud of him.
Did you know that he would be a captain? Did you think he would be a captain?
I don't know. A lot of it's like situational too,
But that type of position, at least, the leadership
Like of
position.
course, you knew he was going to be a leader at some point, but he walked in. I think he was fortunate to have a really good captain in Bo for a couple of years, and then obviously Bo left, and Quinn filled in the role, and he's done a really good job so far.
The shooting the puck, the goal scoring. It's a focus for him in this offseason, right? Was that did you guys work on that a lot?
Yeah, I think that was a big focus for him. Just the fact that he puts up like 70 points a year, so I think he wanted to. He wasn't frustrated, but he wanted to know why he wasn't scoring as many goals, with all the assists, just probably leaving a lot of points out on the table just by not scoring. So that was something he definitely worked on.
Jack, congratulations, 3 times All-Star now. What does this moment mean to you?
Yeah, it's good. Obviously, really exciting, and, to represent the Devils there, it's definitely an honor.
And how about you lived in Toronto for a bit of your youth hockey career? How special is it for you to go to Toronto now?
Yeah, it'll be great, especially being there with Quinn. It should be a lot of fun.
When you look at this team, there was a lot of really great positives in that last Washington win. What are the biggest things you all are taking from that win to carry forward today?
I thought that was just, we played a good game. I don't know, I think we just got to come out here and definitely got to straighten our home game out. We've been pretty good on the road, and we'd like to come out and, play a really strong game at home and get a win for the fans.
What would define a strong game at home? What areas are missing?
I don't know. I think we just might maybe been a little looser at home and whatnot, but I think we just got to, play the way we played in Washington, and, we should have a good result.
Jack, as the team has made this climb up in the standings and gotten back into it, so to speak, what's changed? What's different about the approach from the beginning of the year when at one point you were below 500?
Yeah, obviously we had a lot of injuries, That's the biggest factor. Nico missed a good amount of time. I missed some time, and at the end of the day, injuries affect us. So, we're in a good spot now, and we'd like to keep it moving heading into All-Star break, and then, take the break, and then, have a big push in the second half.
This team can still score goals. Is the improvement on the defensive side part of the fuel of the rise in the standings?
Yeah, I think, I think we know we can score. It's just we got to keep the puck out of our net, and that's a group effort, and that's obviously you need good goaltending, but, we got to we gotta play better in front of them, and we've been doing that as of late.
Jack, how impressive have you been with Connor Bedard this season?
Yeah, obviously he's had a really good year. I can't say I've watched him much, but you follow it, and he's obviously doing really well. Good, thanks.
Jesper, when you look at that Washington game, it was really strong, especially in the third period. What's the biggest things that you guys did in that game that you want to carry into tonight?
I think first of all we played good with a lead. We got some huge goals in the beginning of the game by Nico, and then I think we played our system good. We were patient. We didn't take any chances. We stopped on pucks in D-zone, and we did all of these things that makes us successful when we play as a 5-man unit and we play to our system.
When you look at that goal by Michael McLeod to get back the lead, and there wasn't really panic, and then you guys took things ahead in the third period, what do you need to take away from that about staying calm in the highs and lows of a game?
Well, that's how you win games. When you don't force anything, you don't make any risky plays to give the other team offense. Every team in this league take advantage of chances when you give them, and you got to stay patient with that and be on the right side of the puck and make sure that we're always 5 guys back, and that's what I think we did well.
What did you see from this Chicago Blackhawk team? I know you played them already in Chicago, and what's your takeaway from Connor Bedard and how he's played this year?
Yeah, obviously he's been playing really well, and he's a fun guy to watch, and he's just gonna grow even more, and I think he's been handling everything really well as a first overall guy. You get a lot of attention every everywhere you go, and obviously he's been handling that very well. So, but overall, they're a young, fast team, and they play offensive, quick hockey. And we got to be ready to put in our A game tonight.
It remind you a little bit of the way this franchise was a couple years ago doing that rebuild. You had the speed, you had the things, you had time to mature and add some pieces.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they're going through a rebuild. They're getting a lot of young, new prospects that they're looking good, and yeah, it'll be a fun game.
Power play's going again now. What do you think is the biggest key from getting through that little rut before Christmas and having it humming again here?
Oh, obviously, he's working on it, taking pride in being there, and really see it as kind of a momentum change for the team to set the tone and an opportunity to get the team on the board.
Without giving anything away, it does seem like there's some new wrinkles, right? Have you guys changed some things a little bit on it too the last few games?
Obviously, there's things to talk about, and there's different strategies against every team you play and their system, and we got to adapt to that and make sure that we're sharp when we get the chance.
And you're getting more and more penalty kill time. Like you and Nico have been kind of getting the second shift on kills lately. How are you embracing that part of your game too?
Yeah, I take a lot of pride in that. I mean, I want to be a guy that can be on the ice in every situation that the team trusts, and I take a lot of pride in that. And I like being out there and in those key moments of the game that the team needs me.
Is that something you talked about over the summer, doing more of? Did they communicate that to you? They wanted you to do a little more penalty kill this season?
Yeah, it started a little bit this summer. That gave me a couple reps in the preseason and talked to me about it. And obviously, I was happy to hear it and get some more ice time.
So does it change the way you prepare for a season? Because I mean, you already have a lot of ice time when it comes to even strength and power play. Now you're doing the penalty kill. That's adding more ice time. Is there any conditioning things you got to do more of? Or?
Not really. I trust my process in the summers and the work that I put in to make sure I'm ready for anything in the season.
Lindy, when you look at that Washington game, one of the things that a lot of players have talked about is protecting a lead and really putting the gas on in the third period. You're facing another team tonight on the second half of a back-to-back. What do you need to take from that lesson tonight against the Blackhawks?
Well, again, just be diligent about forechecking, being on top of the opposition, taking the time away, taking the space away, and at the same time, you have to play well defensively.
Jack Hughes is the all-star for the Devils this year. What has he meant to this group, and what have you seen of his performance this season to make him a three-time all-star?
Well, again, dynamic player, and big reason we're at where we're at, as a team. I think every team has their special players. He's one of our special players that can make a lot out of nothing. And he's been able to change games, and he just continues to grow as a player.
Lindy, what's been key to the power play getting going again? Is it new wrinkles, or is it just better execution?
Better execution. I think we're finding holes now. I think you go through periods where you don't find holes or you don't execute as well. Our entries, I feel we've done a better job of those two at the same time.
Any clearer timelines on Palat or team?
No, but both players weren't on the ice today, just off ice, so really don't have a timetable for them.
Game planning against a guy like Connor Bedard, I mean, what have you seen from him on tape this year?
Dynamic shooter. He's got speed if he gets in behind you. So, again, you have to be really aware of a player like him. He's good at hiding in the offensive zone. He can show up on your backside. He's just a gifted offensive player.
Just for Bratt's getting the second crack on the penalty kill pretty regularly now, like the second group of forwards out there. What have you seen from him in that role that's getting him more and more time in that role?
Quickness, his ability, even on entries, to use the stick to deny entries. But I think his quickness inside the zone has allowed him to garner one of those positions, especially with Pally out, who had been doing some killing for us.
Lindy, has Luke Hughes gone from being Jack's younger brother and Quinn's younger brother to his own, for lack of a better word, entity in this league?
Yeah, I think he's established what he is. I think you've seen the dynamic skating. I think now what's starting to catch people's eye is the shot and the ability to get shots through and find people. Even the power play goal the other night, finding Nico. And then a couple of the goals were, just dynamic getting up ice.
I know you said that, the was a sickness going around the other day. Everyone all healthy for today?
Yeah, overall, everybody is good. We don't nothing that would change our lineup at all.
Luke's a little flashier than Shimon, but he's getting over 20 minutes per game now, Nemitz. So, what's his development been like, and that quiet look to his game versus something a little
Well, I think what you see with him is he stronger. He can defend the bigger players, the top end. He defends them physically, where a guy like Luke will probably defend him with his skating and his angling. But just his defensive zone awareness has really improved from the first day I've seen him at camp as a young man to where he's at now.
In a particular way, can you describe where it's improved, or just kind of overall?
Just positioning, not running around, keeping the play in front of you. Just really good reads inside the D zone where, I think with a lot of young players, they want to err on kind of getting up ice and getting on the offensive side. He's really taking care of the defensive side first. And then at the same time, he's been a great outlet for us when we are breaking pucks out.
And has he tamped down the over-aggression that he had about pinching in and things like that? Like, has he learned the whens and hows?
Well, I think that's a big part of any young defenseman is time and place in the game. Evaluating how aggressive you can be and is this the time to get involved.
What have you liked about the Hughes and Marino dynamic, the pairing that they have out there?
Again, they've got a little bit of everything from Johnny's been a guy that's defended against the top guys. Like I said, Luke has been able to outskate some of the other team's top players when it comes to breaking pucks out. And if you can break a puck out of the zone right away, you don't have to play into the D zone, and I think that's something that we're, as a group, getting better at.
How about the other two guys on the injured reserve, Dougie and Nosek? How are they coming along?
Dougie's a long ways away with what he had, and Nosek is he's closer. He's not in a situation to start skating yet, but getting closer.
Thank you.